for one down. Noticed a lot of people playing on the console struggling with the one down. I'm going to show you a couple builds that I play with armor and dodge. My armor, I use the muscle perk. I can show you why I use the muscle perk. It's mainly because you get a lot more health. Then you get the health regeneration, and then another thing is disturbing the peace, which really helps when you have a bunch of cops in front of you and they're all in panic because you're shooting at them. It keeps them from hitting you a lot. But the only negative thing is the meat shield, where you have the 15% more likely to be targeted when you're close to your crew members, which I have a skill that kind of counters that a little bit, where it makes it where they don't hit you too much, or not as much. But with my armor build that I have combat medic basic, painkillers aced, combat doctor aced, and inspire aced. I choose the doctor bags over first aid kits, mainly because and a lot of people don't know this, but your doctor bags will actually reset your times down before you go into custody. It'll do that twice. So if you go down 2 times, you'll go gray. You can use your doctor bag, then you can go down 2 more times, you'll go gray, then you can use it again. So it makes it where you can stay in the game longer on one down. You kind of hope somebody will have some first aid kits to help you, because if you're holding off from using your doctor bag to reset your downs, then you're running around with not much health. But that's why I use the muscle perk, because it regenerates a little bit of my health, but just not quick enough sometimes in one downs. But under controller, I have forced friendship aced, Joker aced, confident aced. Confident ace mainly just so I can have 2 converted enemies at the same time. And partners in crime, I have it aced because acing it will give you 30% more health on top of the health that you get from the muscle. So that's a lot of health that you'll have. Then the big one from here is Stockholm Syndrome. I have it. I mean, it's good to have, because if you got somebody cable tied, hostage, and then you go down, you can press X and get yourself back out of custody on your own. It really helps at the very end if you're the last man standing, and you can get yourself, you can continue the heist or finish it. It's got me out of trouble, or the whole crew that I've been playing with got us out of trouble a lot. So that's a good one to have, along with Joker and Partners in Crime. The confidence kind of optional. I mean, it's good to have. That increased range, you kind of need that. And the 2 murdered enemies, it's kind of optional. Hostage Taker's a good one too, but I don't have it with this build because it regenerates your health too. And it does stack with muscle, so it's huge amount of health regeneration you get with that. But I don't have it with this build because I had to spread my skill points out a little bit. But I have sharpshooter. I don't have nothing in sharpshooter. And enforcer, I have 1 point underdog, just for the extra damage. And then resilience, I have aced. Die hard, I have aced. Transporter, I have aced. Shock and awe, I have aced. Acing it will make it where the guys with the shields, it'll knock their shields back when you shoot at them. It works really well with the minigun. Really, any assault rifle it works well with, especially on one down, because you don't want to really. You got 4 or 5 cops in front of you, and you got 2 guys with a shield. You got to stay in cover, so it's better just to shoot their shield, knock their shield back, and kill them, versus trying to go around them or just not shoot them at all, or throw a grenade or a Molotov cocktail. It's better to have that, for me anyways. Then I have Iron Man for the combined tactical vest, which works really well with muscle. As you can see, I have on the armor, I have plus 60 with the combined tactical vest. With this vest, I have the plus 60 on the armor. Any of the other armors, it won't give you that with muscle. So that goes along really well with that muscle perk. And Technician, I have nothing on this build. And then a Ghost, I have Duck and Cover Basic, just for the extra stamina, and then extra sprint speed. And Parkour for even more sprint speed. Second Wind Basic, I have it just for extra speed with my armor breaks, which will happen a lot in one down. And Optical Illusions is a skill that will kind of counter that perk card with a 15% targeted more, 15%. So that kind of counters that a little bit, where you won't get hit as quite as much with that. I even do it without the muscle perk. Anyways, here's some important ones for 1 down 2 is 9 lives. Because it will give you one more time before you go down. So if you don't have that, you go down once. Your second time you will be in custody. With that, you can go down twice. Then your third time go into custody. So that really helps. And then using the doctor bags on top of that and resetting it. And then Swan Song is good to have because you can get, if you're in the middle of a bunch of cops and you're about to die, you can move yourself out of trouble, get into cover somewhere close to one of your teammates, and they can get you up without them going down or losing a lot of health, or you can just clear out an area so they can come get you without too many cops being there. It comes in really handy for anything harder. 1 down, Death Wish. And Feign Death's a good one too, because when you actually instantly get revived on your own, I've noticed it doesn't count towards your times downed. And I've seen it where it'll get you up 2 or 3 times in a row if you're the last man standing. That's when it usually kicks in and does it the most, is when you're the last man standing. That's a good one to have too. Messiah is pretty decent too, but to me it's just not worth the skill points, because killing one cop to get yourself back up and then using the doctor bag to reset it, because that's what you get from the Ace version, just not worth the skill points to me. But hey, I mean, if you can do a build with it and have Swan Song, Feign Death, Inspire, Stockholm Syndrome, and have the Joker and Partners in Crime, if you can do a build with all that, then, which I do actually have that with a Dodge build, but with armor build I couldn't really get that. Anyways, that's my armor build, and I'm using Molotov cocktails, which is good for the captain. Do a lot of damage against them. And with this build, you don't have any skills that really helps you with increasing your damage with your weapons, so you really need to use some weapons that do a lot of damage, like the rocket launcher, which you don't have to use a rocket launcher. I just like it helps with the bulldozers. Usually the bulldozers on 1 down, those heavy bulldozers, it takes more than 1 rocket. So maybe the rocket launcher is not the best thing, but that's what I stick with. I use the minigun too, because it helps with bulldozers also if you're hitting them in the face with it. And you can do a build. You can do an armor build without it, without Inspire. I mean, I have another build without Inspire, and I have the ammo bags. You can do that same build without Inspire and the ammo bags. This is the one I use the most for one down. And then my dodge builds. I don't have a true dodge build. I have a crook dodge build, which I use the lightweight ballistic vest with crook perk. So you can see my armor is 165 and my dodge is 40. I think with the rogue and the two-piece suit, you get like a 55 dodge. To me, this works better for me. I did the rogue dodge build, and it seemed like I stay on my feet more with this build, with this crook dodge build, than I did with the rogue. But you can, with the build I'm about to show you, you can do with that rogue dodge build also. This is just the one I'm using. But with this one I have combat medic basic, I have painkillers aced, combat doctor aced, inspire aced, then I have forced friendship basic, joker aced, partners in crime aced, to get that 30% more health. It does help even with a dodge build. And then Stockholm Syndrome. And then in an Enforcer, I have Resilience aced, Die Hard aced, and I have Basic on this shock and awe. I've tried it without the Basic, and it just seemed like I went down more often because my armor. You do get a lot of armor with this build, so 2 bullets. It takes at least 2 bullets to knock your armor down. And if you're having to sit there and wait for your armor to build back up, then your health is all gone. So having that, it does seem like it helps with the recovery rate helps with you, and it does increase your crew too. So to me, it seemed like a good one to have. But nothing in Technician. And then in Ghost, I have Duck and Cover aced with increased dodge, increased stamina, increased speed. Parkour aced. Inner Pockets aced. And you want to ace it because it increases the concealment on your ballistic vest, so it'll make you get the lower concealment, and on your melees too. And then Sneaky Bastard, I have it basic mainly because I have my weapons. Their concealment is 3. I can get them really low. So if you can't get your weapons to 3 or something pretty low, 10 or something, then you can ace it, and then you'll get the increase. You can ace it, and then you'll get the highest dodge you can get, because acing it will make anything below 25 concealment. It'll make it where you can have the max dodge if you ace it. So my weapons are 3 concealment, so I don't really need it aced. I just get basic. But depending on what kind of concealment you get with your weapons will determine what you get with Sneaky Bastard. It's the same thing with Low Blow too, but I do have it aced because it does increase the critical hit chance. And then let's see, Second Wind I have basic, Optical Illusion I have basic, and Low Blow aced. And 9 Lives, same thing as my armor, I have 9 Lives aced, Swan Song aced, Feign Death aced. And I do have another build that doesn't have Joker, Partners in Crime. And I do have the Messiah. So you can do that kind of build with Messiah, but you have to give up something. So I just give up being able to convert, which I think that really comes in more handy on 1-downs. Now I do have another build, a good build. Just don't have Inspire with it, but I have all this aced with hostage taker for the health regeneration. Stable shot of a point, underdog a point. It's kind of the same thing here. Point on steady grip just for increasing my weapon's stability or accuracy. And kind of the same stuff here too. Swan Song, Feign Death aced. Up you go, I got 2 points into it, and then aced 9 lives. That's just another version something else you can do. Say if you want some health regeneration and you want to do away with it, you don't want to inspire, you can get that health regeneration. Because I actually like that build, but it's on 1 down, it just doesn't seem like it really helps that much. But on the easier difficulties, it's a, you know, Death Wish or lower, it's a pretty good build. And even on 1 down, it works, but you just need the inspire. But I'm using, with mine, I'm using Car 4 and Micro Uzi submachine gun. As you can see, I have the 3 concealment, electrical brass knuckles, Molotov cocktail. Anyways, hopefully this will help somebody out with getting a better build with 1 down.